How many judges do you think have been fired by the Trump administration? 10, 20, over 40. And I'll give you the numbers in just a moment. But also, hear me when I say this thing. A lot of people now kind of think that they are going to be deported. So the money is flowing out from their pockets into their countries before they actually get out of United States. Many countries, Honduras, Venezuela, and other Latin American countries which saw a huge influx of illegals are now seeing money coming in, because most people who have been getting money here illegally, by the way, one such card can get you up to $7,500 a month. I mean, that's not the kind of money that even people who have proper jobs make in the United States, folks. It's just ridiculous how much money has been given. So, how does it all happen? Well, whenever cases happen in front of immigration courts, these judges are too lenient. They start doling money out like a drunken sailor. Well, that's what his people are saying. It could be not judges, it could be the system. The Social Security Administration may not be doing all the checks. But immigration judges are the ones who determine whether somebody stays or not. According to me, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just telling you what I have read up on immigration judges. So, what is really going on? Why were so many judges fired? That's what I'm going to talk to you about. I have a small infographic. Let me walk you through what happened, when, and so on and so forth. In 2025, the Trump administration took office. They did a massive overhaul of the immigration court system, terminating dozens of judges nationwide. In California alone, at least 15 judges were dismissed from Bay Area courts, significantly reducing the state's judicial capacity. The dismissal stats and costs: over 100 immigration officials, including 43 plus judges, were removed nationwide by late 2025. The Department of Justice cited systemic bias and a need to restore accountability, leveraging a new policy that stripped judges of long-standing civil service protections to treat them as at-will employees. At-will employees are somebody like, for example, if you get hired by a company, right? Especially in states like California, you get at-will employment. That means either of you are or they can leave the job and terminate the employment at any time after giving the due notice period. So the impact and context of all this is that this has impacted the experienced judges and Biden era appointees, causing the backlog to surge past 4 million. Critics and unions label the move as a political purge designed to expedite mass deportations by replacing independent judges with deportation judges aligned with administration goals. See, I look at it slightly differently, okay? What has also happened is, on its way out, the Biden administration appointed a lot of judges. Many of them were in probationary period. And I believe in probationary period, you can be removed without giving a lot of explanation. Like, for example, February 2025, initial purge of 24 judges and supervisors, many fired via email before their first day. See, this is where I'm saying that Biden administration spent money like a drunken sailor. They didn't care what they were doing. They just kept on appointing people, and all these people, or many of them in many departments, the DOJ did the first strike, and in Department of Justice, they in turn started doing this thing. In February, 24 judges and supervisors were fired. In April 2025, at least 8 more judges removed, including 4 specifically from high backlog California courts. In September 2025, a wave of 20 terminations as the administration exploits the end of probationary period. So this was the thing. When you are under probation, then you are under lesser. You don't have to give a lot of explanations for firing somebody. By December 2025, 15 Bay Area judges fired without cause, reducing the San Francisco bench by over 50%, 50, which means, let's say there were 10 judges, now there are only 4. Now, the cause analysis is that moving forward, the Department of Justice is going to replace civil servant with at-will authority to remove judges without explanation. So this is going to be a huge problem for people who are waiting for their turn. Is this does this thing mean that I'm sorry, I think I forgot to put the deck up. So this is the timeline. I apologize, I did not put the deck up. I was thinking that I had the deck up, but it was not. So this is the timeline, and a lot of stuff has happened. Now what's going to happen to those people who are waiting for their turn? Illegally or legally, you have to get in front of a judge, immigration judge, who will determine whether you should stay or you should be deported. Now the number became so high, like 20 million, that there weren't enough judges to try all this. So what happened? They started hiring a lot of judges. Now many of them have been fired, and I think this number will keep going up. So far, about 579,000 illegals have been sent home. I don't know if there are more people also who might be sent home. And the goal is to have at least 1 million per year, and we are about 8 months into 10 months into Trump's administration. So the number will go up, but it's getting harder and harder because the costs are going up. The big beautiful bill, which kicks in on 1st January 2026, has a much bigger budget to deport the illegals. And you saw how 39 countries now have immigration restrictions. 39. And that means those who go out will probably find it very difficult to come back. So America is cracking down. Believe me when I say this, they are cracking down. A lot of places where you used to see illegals mill about, now you can't see them because they're all afraid that the ICE could come in and swoop on them and take them away. A lot of things are happening, and there were some hyperbolic stories, like for example, Ilhan Omar was complaining that her son was also detained by ICE, and then the ICE guys checked their records, there was no such thing. Then she was called for her bluff when somebody asked her to her face, Laura Loomer, if I remember correctly, how come you lied about your son? There was no such thing. Then she just kept ignoring that and kept going. Ilhan Omar is in deep doo-doo. I'm checking some other things, like for example, she is 1981 born according to one of her marriage certificates. But when she applied for immigration, she applied as if her birth certificate or the year of birth was 1982. And at the time of application, because she was not 18 years of age, therefore she qualified to get immigration under her father's application. Now, if he really is born in 1981, then that doesn't apply. She would have had to apply on her own because she would have been 18 years of age. And who knows, she might have not gotten asylum. You see how this whole thing has operated? Ridiculous, if you ask me. And I'm like wondering, when the hell did things go wrong so badly? I used to hear murmurs that many county departments, like bigger counties, are very corrupt, that things are getting handed in a very ham-fisted manner. And I'm now seeing with my own eyes at the federal level, so much corruption. Well, all that is being taken care of, or not all, but some of it is being taken care of. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to give more time to the Trump administration to clean up all this stuff. There are a couple of questions from some people here. Legal immigration are next. Soon it will be our turn. It's on purpose. They started vetting social media during holiday time. I don't know if somebody legally immigrated into the United States. I don't think they can be deported. Even then, you have to go in front of a judge and you can plead your cause. They have to prove beyond doubt that you did something wrong. For example, if you lied in your immigration interview and they can prove that, then you can be deported for life. Yes, there are some conditions where you could get into trouble. Or for example, you were working in one job on H-1B, and then you are moonlighting on another job where you don't have authority to work there, and you are taking the money maybe in cash. But if the immigration can prove that was exactly what you were doing, because they would look at the employer who was employing you and paying you cash. If he was giving out a lot of cash, then they would ask this question, where did all this money go? Right? So if that is proven, then also you could be deported. So please, those of you who are on H1B, don't moonlight. Definitely no. That could land you in trouble 50 years later sometimes. Next question. Desi Stand wants to know, judges earn roughly 120,000 per year, but if you look at the immigration judges' asset, they are living way beyond their means. Funds coming from Soros and gang, who knows? Anything is possible. You have to have proof for these things, so let's not take wild guesses. With little fanfare, Biden administration stacked vaccine advisory committee with new members that were up to expire in June 2025. A bit of an overreach. Oh, they did this thing left, right, and center. Like I said, they were spending money like there was no tomorrow. Very, very sad the way things played out. But be that as it may, that's what we are stuck with. That's one of the reasons why we have run up such a high debt now. And it's going to be a bit of a climb back to get back to some sort of a normal situation for the United States. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.